Shoobity wop meal, butter down.
Egg.
Shoobity wop meal, butter down.
Egg plus 1. Do hype trains work in nuclear winter?
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to Game Night this Thursday evening, the 23rd of April. It is just approaching 8:30 here in the UK. I hope you're all doing well. Enjoyed that game of DEFCON. Very many thanks to Dogfish for providing those questions. And here's a message from our sponsor, Silent Marine.
Is it just me or did that opening feel quite haunting tonight? Survivor's Lament?
Definitely a bit of that going on. Thank you for the 100 bits, Silent Marine. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. I think I've made some changes to Cryptex. It no longer has the ordinal, and there's probably other things that I fixed as well. So that's nice, isn't it? Come join the game. KCMF is the code you need. There is a universal controller. Thank you as well to subscriptions that have come in from Brisbane and Lupine and Cola. Subscribing at 46, 69, nice, and 68 months respectively. Very many thanks indeed. And only for the 100 bits during the nuclear winter. So yes, Dogfish, many thanks for those questions. I really got to add in the print the host notes into the chat function into that game, because I used to host it and so I read them out, but since I've stopped doing that, but I haven't added that feature back in, so I will do that at some point. Lovely questions, and you've still got 13 spare to use in another game, Dogfish, so do make sure they get repurposed at some point in the future. Let me say hello to you all. Good evening, SJ and Fetz, Nando and Prey, Shadowmane, Arun, TVP, JR, Amy, Effrontery, Brisbane, Oni, Alexander, AB Me, Lewis, Stimpson, Matt the Ref, Stilgar, Samster, Shapes, Ape, Moonraider, Woodyback, Rushmead, Silent Marine, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You're all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for I was probably going to be quite a short stream, actually, so we're like halfway through already with DEFCON in the bag there. And again, thanks to Dogfish for that, and to Stimpson for proofing it. We're going to move on to our feature game this evening, which is Cryptex. It's been written by me and proofed by JR. It was something I started writing last season, never got round to airing, so I finished it off. It's just 6 puzzles in this pack tonight, 2 of each, and JR has described it as the thinking man's Cryptex. So see if you agree with his analysis. And yes, do come and join the game. What changes did I make to this? I genuinely can't even remember, but I've definitely done some, because I've got rid of the ordinal. I got rid of the ordinal on the thing. There's a bug report. Oh yes, it's the bug report that I just mentioned. I'm going to have to go look at Git Kraken, aren't I? Look at my... to be honest, I've probably not committed it, so it's probably not going to actually say. It's probably just loose changes in... Cryptex repo isn't even open. I wonder if I could go and look at the to-do list. If I just open Cryptex. I can't remember when I last updated the repo, so that's probably not the best way to find out. I've made some changes anyway. I don't think there's anything of substance particularly. Although, I thought I'd taken the post-processing off. The titles looked brighter than normal, but looking at them again now, the PP's definitely still on. So I updated the QR code, I know that. Got rid of the ordinal on the leaderboard. I guess we'll find out in due course. Here's a message from our sponsor, Fluffy Bunny.
Does changing the ordinal meaning changing a number of things?
Very good. Thank you for the 30 months there, Fluffy Bunny. Yeah, don't want to speak too soon, but everything seems to be working tonight. Stream decks are responding properly. Hasn't been any drama with voice meter so far. Up until Cryptex was opened, so low was the GPU usage that the fans hadn't even turned on. They have now started spinning on the GPU, but we're still idling at around 36%. Most of the GPU usage is coming from OBS. So that's a thing. Yeah, well, I've said it now, haven't I? I've said it now. Oh yeah. Yeah, but you've done it wrong though, JR. Oh no! Oh no! Don't touch the spreadsheet, JR, because that's not how it's. That's not a thing. No, it doesn't go in there. No. Don't touch those columns on the spreadsheet. JR's tinkering with things which he ought not to be tinkering with. He's changed my system. There's a system, darling. There's a system. Oh, Christ, what have I done? Let's do that one, and then let's do that one. All right, there we go. No, right, I fixed it out. It's all good. Hashtag no, JR, no. Dogfish Conrad, welcome to the stream. Yeah, don't forget you can suggest your raid message tonight. It will be the episode title, and we'll get the thumbnail for the VOD included if you are the one that's picked tonight. Hello, Proogs. Welcome to the stream. A few raid messages have come in so far. I'm going to go through those in due course. Yeah, depending how I'm feeling later on and how long Cryptex ends up going on for, with only 6 puzzles, probably not that long, I might show you some work in progress on a bit of a dev stream after the Thunderbolt draw later on, or we might just call it an early night and, you know, go and have a barbecue. Although I think barbecues are done, it's getting done. Although I did have to close the skylight curtain, the skylight blind, because there was a weird halo sort of here. So that's a thing, because yeah, such is the lightness outside at the moment. But yeah, there we go. Right, lots of you in the game, which is very pleasing to see. This is question pack that's been written by me. It's been proved by JR. There are 6 puzzles in this game, and very much looking forward to sharing them with you. JR calls it a thinking man's Cryptex. Let's see if you agree. I wish you all the very best of luck. Let's lock up this lobby and get on with the quiz. Quick recap on how to play. Crack the cryptex in each puzzle by taking the indicated letter of each clue and populating it into that position of the cryptex solution. Universal Controller will do most of the heavy lifting for you, but just so you know what's going on. That's the format. The letter that you're looking for, the clue itself, and then the number of letters in the current clue. 3 rounds, decryption, combination, decipher, 2 of each of them this evening, and I'll show you specific rules ahead of time. One thing I will say is that even if you solve all the clues and the cryptex is displayed for you on your diagonal, you've still got to type it in to get the points for it. You did sort of prove, so you missed DEFCON, which is about half the stream tonight, but you get some cryptex action. So let's go to our first puzzle and explain the rules of decryption. 5 points for each clue you solve correctly. Penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers. You can solve clues at any time, even if they are not the current clue. They will be displayed at all times once they've been revealed on the Universal Controller. Crack the cryptex at any point before the end of the puzzle, and you will be awarded a bonus 10 points. Simple as that. One big cryptex clue, which will be shown at the beginning, and then it's 1 clue every 12 or so seconds, depending how many letters there are in the cryptex. Let's play. Let's get on with it. Good luck to you all. Well, here's our first puzzle. Oh yes, I remember writing these now. Okay, it's a meeting is the cryptex category. A meeting with 8 letters. And your first clue, 1 of 7 babies born together with 9 letters. 1 of 7 babies born together. I had a feeling that one was going to come up next. This game. 7 letters. You want the first letter? You're looking for a meeting. A meeting. And there is the first solve. Very well done indeed. That badung means that somebody has cracked the cryptex and gotten themselves 10 points. Keep answering the rest of the clues. Still more points available. Next, to ambulate. To ambulate with 4 letters. You want the second. An extended period of hot weather is next. 8 letters, you want the 7th. A couple more cryptex solves coming in. Procyon mammal. 7 letters, you want the 4th. Procyon mammal. You're looking for a meeting. A meeting with 8 letters. A sheet of glass is next with 4 letters. You want the 3rd. A sheet of glass. If you think these are big words, Rushmead, you wait till puzzle 2. There's some bigger words in that one. Next, approximate quote for a job. Approximate quote for a job. 8 letters, you want the 6th. And your final clue, emergency vehicle. 9 letters, you want the 5th. Looking for a meeting. Use the clues that you've solved already to get as close as you can to that main Cryptex puzzle. 15 seconds or so to solve it now. A meeting with 8 letters. The solution to the Cryptex was a conclave. It's a meeting of cardinals where they elect the Pope. Conclave. To our clues, this game is Cryptex, from where we got the C. To ambulate was next. That's to move, from where we got the O. A sheet of glass is a pane, from where we got the N, spelt P-A-N-E. A procyonid mammal is a raccoon, with 2 C's and 2 O's, from where we got the C. An emergency vehicle pairing quite nicely with ambulate is ambulance, from where we got the L. An approximate quote for a job is an estimate, from where we got the A. An extended period of hot weather is a heat wave, from where we got the V. And 1 of 7 babies born together is a septuplet, from where we got the E. Riff Raccoon and Lupine, welcome both of you to the stream. Let's take a look at the scores. Gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex for the 10 bonus points, and you go green if you got a perfect round. Just the 2, Fets and Crypt Raider. Very well done, both banking the maximum for that puzzle with 50 points. A lot of players hitting 49 there. Ralph, Dogfish, Nando, Zoe Lyons, Sam and Toot all getting 49, with Brisbane, Stilgar and Cryptrad in third on 48. Just 2 errors there. Very well done. Solid start, lots of points on the door. Let's go to our second puzzle. Oh, there's some bigger words in this one. It's a disastrous word. Disastrous word with 12 letters. Your first clue, a simple primary amine with the chemical formula CH3NH2 that is used improperly in crystal meth with 11 letters. Next, to revive somebody from unconsciousness or apparent death. 11 letters, you want the 5th. Passed without opposition and the agreement of all involved is next. 11 letters, you want the 10th. What's your spelling? Because your spelling must be exact in this game. There are some longer clues in this one, it must be said. National park found mostly in Wyoming. 11 letters, you want the 11th. Talks in a dogmatic and pompous manner is next. 12 letters, you want the 12th. Talks in a dogmatic and pompous manner. Next, something done successfully, often requiring great skill, effort or courage. 11 letters, you want the 4th. There is our first Cryptex solve coming in. Well played. Disastrous word is what you're looking for with 12 letters. The act of being cleared of blame or suspicion. 11 letters, you want the 7th. Remember any of the other clues that have gone, because they are going quite quickly with more clues in the puzzle. You can go back and solve them if you have a little think about them as the graphics move on. Next, a summary of Christian doctrine. 9 letters, you want the 6th. A summary of Christian doctrine. 9 letters, you want the 6th. Protein found in blood that transports oxygen from the lungs to the body. 11 letters, you want the 9th. What's your spelling? Noisy or difficult to control. With 12 letters, you want the 1st. There's the 2nd cracking of the Cryptex and the 3rd. Well done to you two. It's a great words. There's some really good words in this round, I have to say. Preemptively, subject to further confirmation. Preemptively, subject to further confirmation. 11 letters, you want the third. Sorry, Rushmead. Final clue. Small broken fragments often heard in the expression blown to blank. 11 letters, you want the second. Last chance to crack the Cryptex. Not many have got it. There's another one. And another. So that's 6 people, I think, so far. The solution, our disastrous word, was omnishambles. Well done if you managed to get that. To our clues, noisy or difficult to control is obstreperous, from where we got the O. Small broken fragments often heard in the expression blown to smithereens, from where we got the M. Preemptively, subject to further confirmation, is tentatively, from where we got the N. Something done successfully, often requiring great skill, effort or courage, is achievement, from where we got the I. To revive somebody from unconsciousness or apparent death is resuscitate, from where we got the S. The summary of Christian doctrine is catechism, from where we got the H. The act of being cleared of blame or suspicion is vindication, from where we got the A. Simple primary amine, used improperly in crystal meth, is methylamine, from where we got the M. Thank you, Breaking Bad. Protein found in the blood that transports oxygen from the lungs to the body is hemoglobin, from where we got the B. Passed without opposition is unanimously, from where we got the L. National park found mostly in Wyoming is Yellowstone, from where we got the E. And talks in a dogmatic and pompous manner is pontificates, from where we got the S. So you enjoyed the quick crossword for the first one. That one was a little bit more Sunday Times crosswordy without the cryptic clues. Very well done to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who did crack that Cryptex right there. Very well done. Not enough letters, CJ, for hemoglobin without the extra A, unfortunately. I've just got here in my notes for catechism. Originally that was catechresis. But JR managed to talk me out of putting that one in. It's so I once used the word catechresis in a master's essay, which got an A, though I don't think it was because I used that word. And I can't remember what it means now because I wrote it down. I knew what it meant at the time, and I knew when I wrote it. And since it's come out, I've lost the definition. It's something to do with take arms against the sea of troubles, as an example of a catechresis, to use words improperly to form a new meaning. So yeah, that's a fun extra fact for you there. Toot, top of the table with 96. Sam in second with 95, and it's Woollyback in third with 86. Who I believe Woollyback was the first to crack the Cryptex there. Was he? No, he wasn't. It was Oni. What am I talking about? He was the third to crack the Cryptex there. So very well done indeed. So we had an easy one and then a slightly tougher one. It would be good if that was a form that I'd set for the duration of this pack, wouldn't it? But I can't remember if I did. Catachroesis, a moggy that does the ironing. Catachresis, very good. Yeah, it's actually spelt catachresis is how you spell it. It's a great word. As is obstreperous, as is omnishambles. CJ and Fluffy, welcome both of you to the stream. You all got your breath back? Good. Let's go on to our next puzzle. Into the combination puzzles next. There's 2 of these, and in this round you get 5 points for each clue you solve, with a penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers. You can solve clues at any time, even if they're not the current clue. That is the same as before, but in this round each clue will be formed by blending 2 words with at least 2 letters overlapping. You may solve half a clue to help gain letters in the Cryptex, and of course the Cryptex word will be a real word rather than a blended word, though you won't receive points if you just solve half a clue. You need to give both halves, either as a single one, so for example flusheep you can type as one thing if it's flush and sheep, or you can type flush and then type sheep. You'll be condoned when you get the second of the pair. But you can type half. If you know half the clue but not the other, you can type half. It will give you that on your device, so that might help you get to the second, because you know if you can get the second half of a word, you know at least the last 2 letters of the previous word, so it might help you with an in there. Crack the Cryptex at any point before the end of the puzzle, you'll get a bonus 10 points. And as before, even if you solve all the clues, you've still got to type the Cryptex word in order to be condoned. Matt Spratt, welcome to the stream. Right. You ready? Here we go. Combination, puzzle the first. Total puzzle number 3. Let's play. Starting with the quick combination, we're looking for a horror film franchise with 8 letters, and our first pair of clues: appearing or actually dead, and an extended piece of academic writing. I've literally just told you the answer to one of those. Next, before noon, and a space on either side of a fireplace. 13 letters. One of those clues is easier than the other. Next, post-party, typically lamb meal, often served with chips and salad, and immeasurably bad. 10 letters in total. Again, solve one of them, it might help you out into the other. Next, herbs in a Simon and Garfunkel song: parsley, sage, rosemary, and blank, and a Star Wars film, The Phantom Blank. 9 letters. Cryptex Scrandal. Nice, yeah. There's the first couple of solves. Very well done. Looking for a horror film franchise with 8 letters. Next clue: the intended message of a data transmission, and to alter or move something. Sometimes only very slightly. 11 letters in total. Lady Gaga song about the media, and white crystalline oxide known for its toughness. 15 letters. You want the first. That is a fun one to say when you put them together. Check your letter count as well. There's one that's very similar but doesn't fit with the letters, I don't think. An exchange of goods is next, and a withdrawal or payment in banking. An exchange of goods and a withdrawal or payment in banking. 8 letters. And your final clue: appetizer, and to transform a planet so it can support life. Appetizer, and to transform a planet so it can support life. 13 letters. Remember, the Cryptex is only 8 letters long. Now is your chance to find the solution if you haven't done so already. Davidovich, welcome to the stream. New last minute solves coming in here. The solution to the Cryptex. When it stops turning. Phantasm, which is another great word. Phantasm is what we wanted. To our clues: paparazzi and zirconia. Paparazziconia was our first, from where we got the P. Time and menace. Time menace, from where we got the H. Trade and debit. Trade debit, from where we got the A. Morning and Inglenook. Morninglenook, from where we got the N. Starter and terraform. Starterraform, from where we got the T. Payload and adjust. Payload just, from where we got the A. Lifeless and essay. Lifelessay, from where we got the S. And finally, an appropriate one: kebab and abysmal. Kebabismal, from where we got the M. So, to our leaderboard. Gold if you cracked the Cryptex. Green if you did manage to get a perfect round. A few players managing to solve there. Nobody with a perfect round though. Sam takes the lead with 121. Toots into second with 117. Dogfish up in third with 105. I've always thought the kebab meat came from the kebab meat animal. Could do. Yeah, lamb doner. What was a lamb doner on the way back home? I remember it was a place called Charcoal Grill in the middle of Chichester. I haven't been there for years, but when we used to live when I was a student, we lived on the south side of Chichester, down near the railway line, and the university's up on the north side. So if you have a night out at the Union, and then you come back, you have to basically walk through town to get to where we were, and we walk past Charcoal Grill, and inevitably we'd go in there. We'd always end up with a kebab. Of course, now they've got like pizza things and burger like boxes on site, so you get your food on the walk home. You don't have to buy it in a shop on the way. But yeah, Charcoal Grill for a lamb doner, always without salad, without sauce for me. But yeah, lamb doner and chips, no salad, thank you very much. Good. Sort of reminiscing about my time as a student, very, very long time ago. It's goodness me, it's going to be 20 years this year since I started university. Let's move on, because that's very depressing. On we go. Making vegetarianism sound appealing. Possibly. Let's go on to our next combination puzzle. Here we go. I am Old Rushmead. I are the old. Okie dokie. A substance is what we're looking for, with 7 letters. First clue, a group discussion used to produce ideas, and adult film actress Blank Daniels, 11 letters. Just read JR's proofing notes on this. Yes, that would give a very different. I can understand your confusion. Next, high street subsidiary of HBoss and a self-evident truth. 10 letters. High street subsidiary of HBoss and a self-evident truth. A track on which a train runs and one who travels on foot. A track on which a train runs and one who travels on foot. First solves coming in. I have Inch's cider in a bottle tonight, but the sun's come out, so I felt like a cider. Café Blanc à Manger and all the rest in its abbreviated form. Total is 5 letters, including at least 2 which overlap. Souls coming in here. This might be the easier of the two, but I'll let you be the judge. What Iran was known as until 1935, and Shakespearean writing style blank pentameter. What Iran was known as until 1935, and Shakespearean writing style blank pentameter. 10 letters. For example, abso-bloomin-lutely and none. Abso-bloomin-lutely, for example, and none. 9 letters. Final clue, unlike flotsam, this is thrown overboard deliberately, and traditionalist Christian fellowship. 9 letters. Unlike flotsam, this is thrown overboard deliberately, and traditionalist Christian fellowship. 9 letters. Cryptex category is a substance with 7 letters. Last chance to crack it, or indeed solve any of the other clues that have gone previously. I was thinking that when I wrote the clue, JR, definitely was. Beeswax was the substance we were looking for there. 2 are clues. Brainstorm and Stormy, Brainstormy, from where we got the B. Jetsam and Amish, Jetsamish, from where we got the E. Pret and etc. for the rather delightful Pretcetra, from where we got the E. Temesis and Sister, Temesister, from where we got the S. So I'm Irish, I can say that. Railway and Wayfarer was next. Railwayfarer, from where we got the W. Persia and Iambic, Persiambic, from where we got the A, and Halifax, which was an answer on OQL last night, and Axiom, Halifaxium, from where we got the X. Tmesis, yes, Tmesis is a great word. But there's some really good words that I'm managing to get into this. Some of my favourite words, yeah. Well, he was too, sir. So Baldrick's dad, because every time he was up in court and the judge used to say to him occupation, he'd say none. So, you know, my father was a nun, sir. No, he wasn't. A note here from, because you had clue 1, which was the adult film actress Stormy Daniels, and clue 2, Traditionalist Christian Fellowship. Note from JR said, I read Traditionalist Christian Fellowship as the host notes for Stormy Daniels while proofing this. I presumably thought, what? But yeah, there we go. Beeswax. Beeswax was the answer. And gold if you managed to crack it. Quite a few of you cracking that one. I think we maybe found that one easier. We've got another change at the top. Toot back into the lead with 156. Not a huge lead though. Sam currently is second with 150. Fluffy and Shapes, very well done to you two with a perfect score in that round. 145 for Fluffy in third, 141 for Shapes in fourth at the moment. So still all to play for. Only 15 points separating Toot in first and Shapes in fourth. And we've got 2 puzzles yet to go. Well, let's take a look at the rules for our third category. It is Decipher, and in this round the objective is to crack the Cryptex as fast as possible. You may solve clues to help gain letters in the Cryptex. If you fail to crack the Cryptex, you will get a consolation point for each correct answer, so it's still worth typing them in if you're sure, because if you don't get to crack the Cryptex, you will still get some pity points as it were at the end. For every clue revealed, 5 points will be taken from the potential winnings. This will be shown in square brackets at the top box of your device. Answering a clue incorrectly or guessing the Cryptex solution incorrectly will incur a further 1 point penalty. This is the round where once you've cracked the Cryptex, your points are fixed. You can't win or lose anymore, but still for the fun and games and the sheer joy of quiz, by all means continue to answer. And I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been very naughty. There is indeed, JR. Right, good luck to you all in the first of 2 Decipher puzzles. Let's play. Starting off with the Cryptex category, nice and simple. It's a name with 10 letters. First clue, hirsute, 5 letters. World War II German offensives, principally seen between 1939 and 1941. 10 letters. First letter, you've now got the last letter. British Army rank between Colonel and Major General. 9 letters, you want the 9th. For example, Pokemon. 5 letters, you want the 5th. Smaller of Mars's 2 moons is next. 6 letters, you want the 3rd. We're looking for a name. Nobody has got there yet. Name with 10 letters. Next, the capital of the state of Colorado. With 6 letters, you want the 2nd. There's the first solve and the 2nd. And the 3rd. And the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and lots more. Here's the next clue. The state of spoiled milk. 9 letters, you want the 8th. Second kebab reference tonight. Kebab typically served on a skewer. 5 letters, you want the 4th. A girl's best friend. 8 letters, you want the 6th. And your final clue. 18th century English landscape painter. 9 letters, you want the 7th. And last chance to crack the Cryptex if you haven't done so already. Bubbles kebab cravings. I haven't craved kebab for ages. Heisenberg was the answer. Second Breaking Bad reference tonight. To our clues, her suit is hairy. Note from JR saying, you called. Capital of the state of Colorado is Denver. We've got the H from hairy, got the E from Denver. Smaller of Mars' two moons is Deimos, from where we've got the I. Sits next to Phobos, which is much larger. Kebab, typically served on a skewer, is Shish, from where we got the S. Pokemon is an anime, from where we got the E. A girl's best friend, according to Marilyn Monroe, are diamonds. Plural, you got to count the letters. Diamonds, from where we got the N. 18th century English landscape painter was Constable, from where we got the B. That's John Constable, 1776 to 1837. Spoiled milk is fermented, from where we got the E. The British Army rank between Colonel and Major General is Brigadier, from where we got the R. And the World War II German offensives, principally seen between 39 and 41, was Blitzkrieg, from where we got the G, which means lightning war. Gold if you cracked the cryptex there. Pity points otherwise for every clue that you did manage to get. And Toot has now got quite a healthy lead because Sam unfortunately did not manage to crack the cryptex there. Toot takes the top spot with 189. Shapes and Oni tied up with 166, currently in the silver spot, and Riff into third with 160. With just one to go, it looks like it's Toot's game to lose, but stranger things have happened in this game. Let's go to our final puzzle of the night. She takes a milk, yogurt and cheese. Indeed so. Okay, British Field Marshal who wants you. 9 letters, you want the 9th, and all of these, you want the last letter of each clue. The Cryptex category, by the way, it's a park with 9 letters, and there is a solve already. Next, thanks. Informal, 2 letters, you want the second. Got a few early solves coming in. Park with 9 letters. Next, Moldovan capital city, 8 letters, you want the 8th. Bernard Lee, Judi Dench, or Ray Fiennes? Just the 1 letter? Believe it or not, you want the first. Lieutenant Commander in Star Trek The Next Generation. 4 letters, you want the 4th. I'm saying Lieutenant because it's American. Of course, if it was British, it would be Lieutenant Commander. A Belgian vegetable, 6 letters, you want the 6th. Jean Le Carre's night manager villain, Richard Blank, 5 letters, you want the 5th. Egyptian ruler, 7 letters, you want the 7th, mind your spelling. And your final clue of the night. Quoted directly, blank erat scriptum, 3 letters, you want the 3rd. Chance to crack the Cryptex. I pretended I am not a thinking man. Well, I appreciate you being here, Rushmead, all the same, and giving it a go. Having a crack, as it were, to use the nomenclature. It was MacArthur Park. Someone left a cake out in the rain. To our clues, Bernard Lee, Judi Dench, Ray Fiennes, all M in the Bond franchise, from where we got the M. Thanks, or Tar, from where we got the A. Quoted directly, sic erat scriptum, sic, from where we got the C. I'll go through my notes on this in a minute. Lieutenant Commander in Star Trek Next Generation is Data, from where we got the A, played by Brent Spiner. John Le Carre's night manager villain was Richard Roper, from where we got the R, played by Hugh Laurie in the TV adaptation. The Belgian vegetable is the sprout, from where we got the T. The Egyptian ruler is a pharaoh, from where we got the H. The Moldovan capital city is Chisinau, from where we got the U. And the British Field Marshal who wants you is Kitchener, from where we got the R. Let's take a look at the final scores. Gold if you did manage to crack the Cryptex and find MacArthur Park. It is Toot's game only coming from quite a long way behind, but Toot just managing to stay ahead. 2 points and sneak that gold medal. Very well played, Toot. Great last minute push there from Oni. Just go through the Sic Scriptum, the SIC. You see it if there's been a typo, like when the newspapers quote the President of the United States and there's a spelling in his Truth Social posts. They always put SIC, SIC. I always thought that stood for spelt in context. And when I was a bit younger, I thought it stood for spelling incorrect C word. And I thought that's probably not what it is if it's being printed in national newspaper. But yeah, I thought it was spelt in context until I actually looked it up for this question. And it's, yes, short for Sic Scriptum, which means quoted directly. So effectively it is spelt in context, but yeah. And yeah, Kitchener was the one on the World War I recruitment poster. Your country wants you. So that's fun, isn't it? Right, final scores then. Shapes takes the bronze with 216. It's Oni who takes the silver with 221, but Toot just managing to eke out his third gold medal of the season with 223. Very well played indeed, Toot. You are the champion of the Thinking Man's Cryptex. I hope you enjoyed those puzzles. It's just been just the 6, just 2 of each. Nice sort of arcade version of Cryptex, which paired with DEFCON means we get to have a bit of an early night. But we have still got the Thunderball to come. Is anyone interested in seeing what I'm working on at the moment, or not really? Shall I leave it as a surprise for a bit longer? I might do that. I might just do some dev work, not on stream. I don't know. If people want to see, maybe people want to see, but let me know after the Thunderball either way. But there we have it. Bronze to Shape, silver to Oni, gold to Toot, and very many thanks, JR, for proofing those questions as well. Grateful for your input there, and I hope you all enjoyed playing them. Right, I'm going to roll the credits. I'm going to load up the Thunderball machine, and then we will have our first Thunderball draw of Season 22. You have been playing Cryptex, jogging score count, Dalton. Welcome to the stream. I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you for the Thunderball in just a moment. Thursday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for our midweek Thunderball draw. GRNB is the code you need. Do get in, and we'll pick your numbers. That's just Lucky Dip. Lucky Dip is what it's going to be. So, because it's quite short tonight, so I might give you a sneak peek of stuff I'm working on. I don't know if people are interested. I've got some micropenny lotteries to do in just a moment as well. Coming up on Saturday, we've got slightly more substance in the stream. We've got Apex by John. We have got the first heat of the Drain tournament, and I can tell you right now, it is going to be... Who is it going to be? It's going to be, if I jump to that message, I think I can see them all. Natter versus Clive versus Stilgar versus Vertigo. That is the first of our this season's tournament of the Drain. That fixture is going out on Saturday. It'll be the middle of 3 games this Saturday. As I say, we're starting off with Apex by John, and we are concluding with The Abyss by Oni. So do come along this Saturday night, twitch.tv/royal_flush from 8 p.m. BST for all the action. In the meanwhile, Ash, I believe, has just finished a season, or is just about to finish a season. He has got one final stream tomorrow evening, all clued up by JPB, and 1,000 heartbeats by various people. So if you're not following him already, go and give him a little follow right now for even more quality quiz content on this particular corner of the internet. Twitch.tv/80_bash. That's tomorrow night from 8 p.m. BST for his season finale. Right, continuity concluded. Let's give some lotteries out to Shadowmane and to Dogfish and to Oni 91. There's lots of ONI people, so I forget I have to type the numbers when filtering. And Brisbane, all claiming a lottery veal success to all 4 of you. Let's see if the RNG is going to be generous tonight. 542, 556, 847. Whoa, 6,421. We got there in the end. Brisbane with the windfall. I've got to press the buttons to be appropriate, which are in order.
What a shame. What a shame. What a shame.
There we go. Yes, nicely done there, Brisbane. 6,000 odd pennies being added to your account. Don't forget that you can cash those micro pennies in for a spin of the Operator RNG lottery at any point once they're over 10,000. I've got a few raid messages I need to go through. So I'm going to filter these very quickly, and then I'm going to start the draw, and then I'll pick my favourite, because I want to pick the raid message, because if I do a dev stream, I figure some people will probably not stick around for it, so I want to know which raid message it's going to be. So I'm just going to filter them out now. That's good. That's good. Okay, I've got a few there to pick from. Right, 35 players in. Thank you for your patience while I just filtered out the raid messages. Otherwise, it just takes me ages later on and I end up missing stuff. Right, let's hide that rune code. And if you are all ready... What's that, Shadowmane? If nuclear warfare is mild trauma, what the hell is severe trauma? Well, yeah, quite. Yes, that was our BBFC warning at the beginning. Contains mild trauma. Right, let's start the machine. And tonight we are using Arthur and Set of Balls number 2. Oh, just a little late there, Epic Galley, unfortunately, but welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a slightly shorter one tonight. We're already up to the lottery. I saw, Rushmead, I saw you validate your account just as I closed it down. I don't know if you're going to be able to get a seat. I fear as soon as I hide the room code, it's no more entries, please. No more bets. That's the way it goes, unfortunately. Danger, danger, high trauma. Sorry, Rushmead.
What a shame.
What a shame. Right, here's what you could be winning on the Thunderball tonight. If you just match the Thunderball and nothing else, you get 100 pennies. If you match the Thunderball with 5 numbers, you could be winning up to 50,000 pennies tonight. All the other combinations there you can read, and I'll show that again in between the machines. So, if you're all ready, as we go to the first of Arthur's 2 machines with set of balls number 2, let's release those big money balls. And in they go. The blue balls of machine number 1. That will never not be funny. Let's give them a jangle, and yeah, best of luck. Let's start the draw. Okie dokie, 35 of you in. Who are going to be our victors, if any? Let's see if the machine is being generous. Let's see the first one out tonight. It's number 24, 3rd appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. We last saw it on Thursday, the 20th of November, and across 10 lines, I do not have that even once. What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame. Next. Oh, Arthur, it's a misdraw. We'll try that again, shall we? Or not. It just be this is how we're going to make it up to 10 o'clock. It's going to watch Arthur fail at the Thunderball. Oh no, we really are. That really is what's happening. So I go get another drink. No, we got one that time. Number 8, 4th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw that Thursday, the 29th of January. Sort of put null in my line. If only that was a thing. Okay, 24 and 8 so far. The third ball is number 33, 5th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw that Thursday, the 19th of March. And to our next one. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm ashamed.
Shame.
Shame on me. 37 is next. 2nd appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Only the 2nd time we've seen 37 out. Last saw it Thursday, the 25th of September last year. One more from this opening machine. This is disastrous. I've got 5 lines with 1 number on each. Let's have something a bit more cromulent, if we may. How about that? 38. That's the first appearance for that, and no, I don't have that either. God, what a dismal set of balls for me. First appearance for 38. It's been a while since we've had a debutant in the Thunderball, but there it is. 24, 8, 33, 37, 38. But that's only half the story, because we've got to go to the second machine. Quick reminder of what you could win. So I stand to win 500 or 100 if I can match any of the Thunderballs. I've got 6, 8, 13, 5, 13, 9, 7, 3, 7, and so 7 would be good. 7 would salvage something from this dreadful draw. Yes, I've got 7 on as the Thunderball on 3 of the lines, including 2 of the ones with 1 number. So we can but hope. Let's release the Thunderballs. Okay, the 14 red Thunderballs are in, and it's time to see if any of them are going to make you all a lot of pennies. Very best of luck. Let's pick one. Stop congregating in the middle. Shuffle. Shuffle, damn ya. Thank you. Any of them going to get picked? What's nothing going to get picked? Oh no, we've got one. It's number 10. Which I do not have. There you go, Oni. You've eked out 1,000 from that disaster card. Let's have tonight's winning line. This time again in ascending numerical order. The Thunderballs tonight are number 8. Number 24. Number 33. Number 37. Number 38. And tonight, the Thunderball is number 10. Bad luck, I'm afraid you haven't won today. Maybe next time. Oh yeah, I've made that red as well if you got the Thunderball. Big winners. Colin with 5,000. He's the one with all 3 numbers and the Thunderball. That's a great result. Sam getting 1,500, as did Stimpson for 2 with the Thunderball, and a few players there getting 1 with the Thunderball for 500 pennies. But Colin, blimey, that's a windfall. 3 in the Thunderball. That might be the most we've seen in the Thunderball before. Big overall winners. Unsurprisingly, Collins there with number 1 with the bullet, 6,000 across 4 lines. Simpson getting 1950 across 4. Sam 1750 across 2. Matt 1350 across 5. And yes, managing to get 1,000 across 2. Varying other little payouts up there as well. Not a particularly happy night for the Thunderball machine, but that's the way it goes sometimes, apart from for Colin, who had a lovely time. That's been Thunderball. I'm going to come back to the camera. I'm going to pick my raid message, and then I might show you what I'm working on. I might not. I haven't decided yet. I'm not sure. I'll decide during the credits, which you can all enjoy now. And that, my friends, is the end of the stream for tonight, because that's the one I was after. I accidentally thumbed down. I didn't mean to do that. Let's bring it back. I decided it's too early in the process of what I'm working on at the moment to want to share it, and the thing that I've got to do will be a really dull dev stream, because I'm basically redoing something I've already done, but better. So I've got an animation thing going on, and I've decided the way I'm doing the animation is terrible and bad. I thought of a much better way of doing it, but it's going to be a bit tedious. So, and I want to slightly crack on with that, because it'd be good to get that done. Yeah, I should have planned it slightly better at the beginning rather than diving in. But now I've got to redo it. But it'll be worth it. But yeah, it is going to be more Unicon changes, because I've done a whole telestration thing on the Unicon, which is going to be really fun. And I've got a format idea cooking around it, hoping to be able to show you this in the next couple of weeks maybe. So we'll see how we get on. Maxio and Colin, welcome to the stream, both of you, just at the end here. I think we're going to go raid into my great friend HUD601. Lovely chap, salt of the earth. He's streaming live with Ted601, and he's still on Sando. He's only got 1,141 laps left to do. He's been doing this since New Year's Day, because he's a silly boy. But we're going to go and say something to him, and the thing that we're going to say, there are quite a few good raid messages in tonight. A lot of variations on the food theme. Let's go through my honourable mentions. For Stilgar, A2, DEFCON. From Stimpson, no, JR, no. Actually, it wasn't like him from Vicar Dibley. It was no, JR, no. Constellation pennies for you. From SJ, time for a nighttime barbecue. From Oni, into the Kebabis, which I do like. From Alexander the Her, random halal meats to go. And on a similar theme. Did I have one on a similar theme? I did have one on a similar theme. I must have accidentally clicked that one as well. On a similar theme, from Oni, you can call me halal. Oh, I've clicked the wrong button again. For God's sake, what are you doing? Stupid man. You can call me halal. That's the button I want to press. God, I think I need to go to sleep, actually. From Lewis, I do not think, therefore I do not Cryptex. And I've got 2 honourable mentions in second place. From Matt the Sprat, sort of combining a couple of things, Breaking Bad and a Kebab. And runner-up, I think... Oh, there's one other honourable mention here. Kafefi, Sick, by Score Count. Missed that one on the bottom. Runner-up I do like this one, but I think the other one is my winner tonight. It's from Alexander the Huh. One letter, you need the first one. About 100 pennies for you, but not the episode title this evening. I have got just one left. And it is going to be the episode title tonight. I like how it combined a few things, including one of my favourite songs, which was the solution to the final Cryptex. It shapes his suggestion. Someone left a kebab out in the rain. That is going to be tonight's episode title, and that is what we're going to go and say to HUD 601. Shapes, you will... Oh, did you steal it? Oh... Well, only didn't suggest it. I don't know if only had run out of raid message suggestions at the time, but in which case, if he did, then it's fair cop. I feel if someone says it, but then and has a quota, and then someone else says it, that's very rude. But if you've run out, then I think theft is fair game. If you've run out of raid messages, so yeah, you've got to use them economically. You've got to wait for the good moments. Maybe yeah, but also you've got to say them when they happen in case they don't happen. This is a really fun game. It's sort of meta game. You've got to decide when is the right time to play them because you only get 3. So, yeah, big fun. And tonight it's Shapes who gets the honour of the thumbnail in lights. Someone left a kebab out in the rain. But today's opposite day. Or is it? Let's go raid HUDs. Sorry it's a slightly shorter stream. Actually, I'm not that sorry it's a short stream. It's still been fun. I hope you enjoyed the questions. Thank you very much to Dogfish for the DEFCON questions, to Stimpson and to JR for proofing. Don't forget, this Saturday night, the first of the Heats of the Drain. Slightly more substance in the quiz on Saturday. Apex, the Drain, and the Abyss. Should be a really, really good night, so please do come along Saturday night, 8 PM BST, twitch.tv/royal_flush. But until then, you have been watching a slightly arcade version of Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And as ever, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And until next time, take care, peace out, and good night.
Accuse Twitch of not accounting lurkers and still say that it's a terrible